Good morning, guys. How's it? How you doing? Hope everybody's doing well and you are having a great weekend. So today is Saturday, guys, and we are just gonna go through our weekly check. Okay, so in this episode, guys, I'll be breaking down what I'm seeing in the chart and what I'll be looking for in the week ahead, so so that I can have my best week trade focus trade. As you can see, this is my best week trade focus. So in here, I'm going to be filtering trades, and then I'll be also looking at the patterns and the structure that we've currently formed, so I can actually reduce my watch list. Okay, guys. So these are the trades I'm gonna go through. Depending with how the time is, we'll start with. So we are going to start with Aussie dollar. So USD. I mean Australian dollar to US dollar. Okay, guys. So we are now on a weekly chart. Okay, so we are on Aussie dollar. Okay, we're gonna just make this screen to be much bigger. We are on Aussie dollar on a weekly chart, guys. So look at how bearish we closed, guys. This is a very strong bearish candle and we closed in that manner. Okay, I'm having my coffee as well. So I want us to first start looking at how the structure is. Remember, guys, we are all learning here. We keep learning and learning and learning, but I'm very happy that I'm able to do this with you guys, able to share the knowledge that I've learned over the years. And remember, the strategy that I'm trading, guys, it's a Falcon strategy. Okay, I learned from Falcon. I paid for a course and then I learned from a Falcon strategy. So whatever setups and whatever analysis that I take, it's all purely based off patterns and structures because that's the Falcon strategy. Okay, guys. So just want to help somebody out there that can learn one or two things from me, okay, and grow as well. So looking at this structure, guys, this was our highest point. Okay, on our weekly time frame, we was looking this is the highest point we had, but in keeping in mind, we also had that highest point. Okay, this was our highest point. That's weekly, and then we have our lowest point. This is our lowest point, our main lowest point. But when we look at structure and with the way we are dropping here, I would say we might come to these areas here. We might come to these areas, even to these areas as well. It will depend with what price does. Okay, it will depend because we've already had an impulse close on a weekly chart. So at this point, we need to go down to the daily chart to see exactly what has been happening. Okay, what has been happening with the structure, and we can be able to really see what price might be telling us. Okay, in the week to come. Okay. So you can see how we close. So we close very, very, very impulsively there. These are very strong impulsive candles, guys. These are daily candles. Look, one, two, three. This was a very It was a massive move actually, and sad enough, I didn't get involved in this move. I was busy on another pair, and then I actually at some point when we go down to the 4 hour and 1 hour, you see I'll show you guys where at some point I actually took a buy position on Aussie dollar and the trade turned into a loss. But yeah, there is a lot of things here we could have looked for. There were a lot of clues in this whole structure. Look at this daily structure, guys. So you could see there was a head and shoulder pattern here. Okay, not the cleanest, guys. Okay, not the cleanest. But you all know what the head and shoulder pattern does. Okay, it's a bearish reversal pattern. We didn't really pay much attention to it because of when we moved down to the smaller time frame, the structure was somehow uh, showing other signs of maybe going bullish. You understand? So, and we were using the correlation of AUD USD with the correlation of GBP AUD. Okay, so they kind of move in the opposite direction. Okay, but I want us to also look at what this structure was and what this structure has been. Okay, this structure has been a bullish structure. It's a bullish structure. We had an impulse move to the upside. We retraced, corrected, impulse move. Okay, we corrected, impulse move, and then we made a higher high. Okay, and then from that point onwards, we started to just like move in that area. Okay, we are just in this area. So we are in an area that we can expect so many moves to take place. Okay, so we've got this zone. So for now, guys, we're going to concentrate in this zone. Okay, this zone area here. This is where we're going to concentrate and break down and go to the smaller time frame and look at what can we look and what can we find in this area here. Okay, guys. So I'll take that off. I'm going to go to the 4-hour time frame, guys, because I want us to be able to look at what price has been doing and what clues can we find in these areas that can be able to help us to be able to find trades. Okay, so moving on to the 4-hour time frame, guys. Moving on to the 4-hour time frame, looking at how we closed on the how we closed on the daily, on the weekly, we are bearish. Okay, so this was the structure, guys. We had this was the structure we had on Australian dollar to US dollar. Okay, this is what we had on Aussie dollar. So this was the structure, and I had this structure as well. That is why I said I had taken a buy trade somewhere in these areas here. I took a buy trade because if you go down to the 1-hour time frame, we are seeing a structure pattern that is okay. So remember, with this strategy, guys, you need to always evolve with structure. Okay, so with this structure pattern, overall, we was expecting for a what? A move to the upside. Okay, but it didn't happen. Sometimes markets just behave in a different way, guys. You don't always have to. You don't always have to like. The market doesn't always have to do what you want it to do. But from this point of view, what we can see, guys, is we had this channel here. Okay, we had this trade here, and this is the pattern we had this side here, guys. We had this type of pattern here. Okay, we had this type of pattern this side. So with this pattern, remember this was the ascending channel. Okay, this was the ascending channel. Look at how price was moving. Come corrected, impulse level up, corrected, impulse up. Okay, so when we dropped here, guys, when we dropped, this drop here should have triggered our, okay, we could have, we was hoping actually, what we was hoping and we were looking for here is for price to make this correction, but not a very much extended correction. Because if you make a very big, if the bigger the correction, the more neutral the trade becomes. Okay, so this correction here became neutral. Anything could have happened. We could have looked for buys, we could have looked for sells. But remember now, we already made the 90% rule correction on this on this setup here. We had already a 90% rule correction. So in these areas now, we are going to just pay attention, see what is going to happen with price. We might possibly keep selling. Okay, we might possibly keep selling, or we might start forming some ending structure here. Okay, guys, because this descending channel here, you can see this channel here, descending channel. In these areas, we are hoping for price to descend, correct like that, come to these areas, create something like this, and then we can buy that. Okay, but that didn't take place. Instead, price, what did price do? Price in this manner, price actually blocked those lows, okay, and came and has reached to these areas here. So from here, guys, I'm not too sure. I'm not sure right now at this particular moment. I don't know how far price is going to move. Okay, I don't know how far price is going to move. But if I can remove these drawings and evolve with the structure now, we need to evolve with the structure, right? So let's evolve with the structure. So this is what we're gonna have when we evolve with the structure, guys. So we are going to evolve with the structure like so. Okay, so now we've got 2 points that are meeting. Okay, so from here we need to see just what is price going to tell us. Already we've got um, these laws that are meeting. Okay, this is the lowest point as well that you can think of. If price can reach those lows, yeah, then obviously might be something. Okay, yeah. So for now, we've got those points and we've got our highest point here. This is our highest point, our two meeting points on our time frame. Okay, guys. So now we can see we can even remove these. Okay, we can remove these lines. I don't want it to be now. Let's change the color. I don't want it to be too confusing. Okay. So these are areas we might be looking at. Okay, so remember guys, I said for right now we are going to pay attention to what happens in this zone here. Okay, we are going to pay attention to what happens in this zone. And another thing that I just spotted right now while it's put in this zone is this. I'm just seeing this, guys. I'm just seeing this. Okay, I'm just seeing this now, and put it like that. Can you see what I'm seeing? This is what I'm seeing. Okay, so you don't want to force things that are not there, guys. You don't want to force things that are not there. But remember, you are playing, you are working with the game that is of probable and possibilities. Okay, what is possible and what is probably the next move that can take place. So in this manner, I can see that okay, we've got we remove this blue line. We've got these channels, these areas that we are looking at. At the same time, we don't want to dispute the fact that we've got now these areas. The last, how many? The last, we can say, this is most accurate, okay? Because this low formed this high and then came then touched that low to form another high, okay? Then we were dropped and then we formed that low there, okay? So we've got this bit of structure here, which is if for instance price corrects in this manner, okay, and then moves there, corrects again, moves there, corrects, moves there, corrects, moves there, we might possibly get a longer term buy to the upside. So this is what we can look for also to take place in this structure pattern. Okay, guys. So we just need to pay attention now. For now, we can't really say what is gonna really happen here. So we just need to wait. We need to wait and see what price tells us. But I'm more than confident removing these and leaving this bit of structure pattern. Okay, even if we can drop down to the smaller time frame to look at clues, a bit of clues of what is happening. Okay, so when we drop to the smaller time frame, guys, these what we are forming now here is these are ending structures. Okay, these are ending structures. We will just need to wait and see what price does. Okay, when you go to the 15 minutes time frame, you see already this structure has been giving us what ending structure pattern. Okay, this is an ending structure pattern, with impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse. Now we are at an area where you see at this area, it looks like at this area you can put your zone there. Okay, we've got a zone at that area. We might break that area again and then move back up, create a support. Okay, once when we create a support, we know, guys, what we're going to be looking for at these areas. We're going to be looking for price to make that 90% correction there, and then possibly move back up, move down, creating a lower high in a corrective manner. Okay, price might come and correct a lower high in a corrective manner. Okay, once when it corrects that lower high in a collective manner, and then we can scale in. Okay, we can scale in because now at this point we're going to be having a structure that will be looking that like this, structure that will might look like that. Okay, sorry guys, structure that might look like, okay, sorry, we were going to be looking for a structure that might look like this. Okay, so a structure that might look like this, like that. Okay, so this structure, what we'll be looking for is for a corrective structure down there, and then goes there, does its thing, comes there. So we'll be looking for touches. We'll be looking for one touch, third touch, one touch, second touch, and then on our third touch, we want to see a type of price action that suggests otherwise. Okay, on this third touch, not always, but we want to see price that is moving in that way to give us more momentum to the upside, guys. Okay, so there's still a lot that needs to play out right in these areas. There's a lot that needs to play out in these areas before we can confidently say, okay, before we can confidently say and say, okay guys, we're going to buy this to the upside. Okay, so we just need to be patient and wait and see what price is going to do in these areas, and then we can take it from there. So that is it for me on Aussie dollar. On Aussie dollar right now, I'm just going to be patient and wait and see what structure and part and price shows me. Then I can be able to scale in. So I'll put it on my weekly watch list and see what is going to happen. Okay, guys. So now we are going to go to GA. This is GBP, I mean pound Australian dollar. Okay, we're going to go to GA. On GA, I've had a very long, I've had a very good structure for the longest time. Okay, and now it seems like we are in the right areas. Okay, of that structure. You understand, guys? We are in the right areas of that structure. Um, okay, I'm going to remove the what's this, the drawings, so we can do it afresh. We can start afresh with the drawings. We're going to move to this to the weekly time frame. Okay, we're going to move to the weekly time frame. Okay, guys, and then we can start afresh with the structure, so you can see exactly what is it that I've been looking for on GA. Okay, and on GA, what I've been looking for, what have been my thought process on GA. So now when we go to the weekly time frame on GA, guys, these are the main structure areas that I have. I've got this ascending channel. I can't put it here, right? I'm putting it here, guys. This ascending channel, these third points that have been touching each other. Okay, that's what I had on GA, and then like so. Remember, this broke out to the upside, catching many people to on the wrong side of the market, but they were good moves there because it's a weekly. Okay, they were still good moves, guys. We broke that high, so this was our highest point there on GA. And now what price has been correcting here? Price has been correcting in this manner. Okay, remember on GA, I'm still very biased on my sell. Okay, I'm still biased on short positions because we need to feel this 90% correction here. So and then this structure we've had here now, that's the type of structure we've had on GA. Okay, and I'll tell you what, we have made already just on a weekly. I can see we've got a double top pattern here. And what did we say about a double top pattern? A double top pattern is a bearish reversal pattern. Okay, so now here from this point we can move down to the daily time frame to look at the bigger picture and to look at more price action, what price has been doing, what price is really telling us in these areas. So in these areas, guys, we've got a structure that is very interesting. This is the structure that is very interesting. I want to put that in a different color so you can actually be able to dissect that. This structure is very interesting, very interesting. Okay, very interesting structure here, guys. Okay, you can see that channel there. So this video is ending, guys. We're still going to continue in the next video with our weekly forecasting. Okay, because this is getting very interesting. Okay, guys. Yeah. Yeah, so we've got this running channel.